That door's open. Is this door open? Yes. I like the music. I assume coming from that. Don't see anything else around the room except, yeah, probably drawers to open. There's always notes in these. August 22nd, 1899. In America, they talk of building their cities to the skies. To me, this seems folly, but perhaps it is simply a case of a nation founded with a history of its own. We walk upon our histories. They are compacted to very loam beneath our feet. The engineers we employed talked of this. They talked of how, when building the underground trains, they would often come across older tunnels crisscrossing the capital. What palaces lie buried beneath us? We are digging. Digging is vacuuming, reappropriating what we find. Fit to the center. At the center of the planet, my architect tells me there is a great iron ball. It is the egg of the world. Is what it is. I guess it's in the great age of discovery. Those are either dentures or, I guess somebody really like pulling out teeth. I'm going to assume they're dentures. They're more like fake teeth than real ones. So there is blood. Look at them scrattle that one glasses pair and tooth that will scrattle about. Why we child lock safe everything around here is really a question. But sure, next area. Let's continue our factory going to this bathroom, which maybe also has double strange mirror things for people to peek on through. But alas, it's actually pretty empty. It's not a bad bathroom. I mean, it serves the purpose of a bathroom, but I think it has a sink and a toilet, I guess, and a wardrobe and some other weird stuff, but whatever. I don't know why you need towels. There's not... Was there a bathtub in there? No, there wasn't, so why do we need those towels? Whatever the case. Open this up. Oh, back outside. We're still not on street level yet. That or we keep on going lower. October 11th, 1899. We integrate the very latest knowledge of chemistry using low levels of lanthanum derivatives and feed to subdue the product even before the initiation of the process. This means that when we drag them from holding pens into the line, they are less likely to panic and damage machine components, other products, or themselves. This section of the belt is seethed in rubber and kept well lit to maintain good spirits, and we have actually found that the intelligent placement of gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes around the line means we can use music to further soothe the product. We find the bussy particularly effective in this regard, so music calms the beast, if I'm picking up on that correctly. Warning, fueling pumps, volatile chemicals are in use. These materials are highly corrosive. Wear protection. Sure. If the time comes. Guess we're running back into a factory type area. I mean, it looks different, so that's nice. Oh, do we have the literal pigs? We have the literal pigs. Yep. Some blood trails linked to this locked door, so yeah, a pig carcass for us to have fun with. Squeal like a pig, boy! Squeal like a... Fueling pumps, wear protection, all that fun stuff. Nothing to open up there. Is this door locked? No, that one's open. I'll go there in a second. First, I want to look over here. It looks like there's a thing to turn right here. I guess I'll first read this. Pumping station. It appears to be some kind of fueling station. I've seen automobiles demonstrated at Mr. Yarm and Mr. Simmons' works, but the smell here is all wrong. This is not pure petroleum, of what I am sure. Of that I'm sure. Everything suggests to me that this machine must be significant in some way. Is there something else? Nope. Time to explode ourselves, because it keeps on warning us. Truck fueling station, warning. Nah, we can't even mess with it yet. We'll get back to you. of course, crates block the way, but we'll be back in a little bit. First comes this area down here where we can have pigs that slam their heads against the walls and more pig carcasses. Okay. That probably goes back around to there. That's locked, of course, so I guess that's the way we go. I actually expected that one to be locked, but here's a note. September 28th, 1899. Imagine, they say, a machine one day that might think like a man. As if this is to be desired, one might almost boast of creating a man who breeds like a pig. Men and women upon all fours, running carelessly, ejaculating their filthy little missives into the streets, alleys, and gutters, running freely with the careless spill of the conjoinings, the air thick with the whimperings of lust, bodies streaked with their own emissions. We have created a world where man is so utterly debased he will spray his seed over passers-by, and yet this is the condition Babbage aspired to. No, this is not the machine we seek. Such an entity should be nothing less than a deity, and we would fall upon our knees and worship it. We shall not carve gods to hicker and forcinate. They will exist to clean the world and set us free. I reject Babbage, and as I reject these men of government, let the pigs copulate in the gutters whilst they can. We shall scoop them up and ease their assassins soon enough. Well, that made things a bit more clear there, but yay. We'll continue on this way. And you just clip right through that. Anyway, actually, is there anything else here? There's a window that's open, so sure, we're supposed to be going there. Now I am literally in the streets. I'll move this stuff aside too. Or I would if I could. It's enough to let myself back in. Fortunately, it's still locked into place, so I'll get back to that. Let's explore this alleyway, now that I actually appear to be in the streets. Strangers not allowed in the works. Inquiries to be made at the lodge. Okay. Well, we were up there earlier, and now we're down here on the lower streets, I guess. It's the back alley. So, back alley, show me your wares. What can we do here? Boycott, ban swine stems from our streets. Man's factory must close. Of course, they put it right next to our factory, so yeah. Glancing around. It's a nice view. I can say in both the Penumbra games and Amnesia games, you didn't spend entirely too long outside, so this is kind of nice. Yep, there's the Banasthane Bell Yard. Hope we're actually going to literally ring some bells. Yeah. I'm glancing and looking about, but I guess to the yard is where we're supposed to be headed. Which means that's where I'll go after I read this note and see what this says. Holy orders. This church is connected to the plant. How odd. However, it does suggest another route into the main part of the facility, given the locked doors around the Funko fueling station. The truck blocks my way, however, almost as if the saboteur knew that I might consider this alternative entrance. So we're going to go through a church. First, we need to unblock the truck. Also a note. Also, when we start calling him the saboteur. Delivery schedule. How in blazes are we supposed to meet these damn schedules if the basic equipment we are provided with simply does not perform its designated function? These cursed newfangled trucks will only run a function in the distance my old rag mask before running out of stinking gasoline. The gaffer says it's fine. There's plenty of pumps to refill them outside the factory walls, but you end up dragging a blessed tank from the truck to the nearest one to refill it, and the one in the storeroom is empty again. I can't be turning that crank handle all day only to find the tank is empty. Well, sod, it says. Aye, enough for a night, and in my bed I go. It's not like anyone needs access to the bling graveyard anyway. Harry, if you get this, I'll meet you in the Damon Temple for a jar. we just make things complicated. So I was just enjoying scrolling there.
Come on, Papa. Let's climb this one. I can see more pictures at the top.
Sir Dunstan's Church. Honestly, you could fit through that, but whatever. You know, logic, whatever. Look around. You just climb up aboard the truck and get through the slight door opening. That's enough to go through. I guess this is open. What else is in the streets, though? Before I go that way. This kind of looks just like a dead end. Because it is a dead end. Enticing. Alright, let's enter Mandus Co. Meat Processing Factory. Well, I have a sneaking suspicion this is where everything's gonna start going really wrong. Maybe it's because it's a butchery. This is a game called Machine for Pigs. Chemical transportation danger, highly corrosive, highly flammable. Guessing that's it. Let me look around here first. Big old cubes and such. Flood breach emergency shutdown place. Is this showing where we are? Let me look. It looks like the house. Right, the house there is what the fuck that is. Factory workings. People with hanging animals, anything, turntile areas. Feed area and at the very bottom, wherever the fuck these areas are. Steam rooms, it looks like. I don't know how true that is to what we're actually exploring, but whatever. That's locked. This is apparently highly corrosive, so... Strange container. This canister looks as if it may fill the pump I saw earlier. It certainly carries the same fetid, unholy reek. I will not think that which I saw past me in the cage. I will not gaze again into that dark machine room. A more immediate task presents itself, and the opportunity perhaps to gain access to St. Dunstan's. Of course, I drop it there. I'm careful with this. What are you talking about? Time to fuel my canister. Do-da, dee-da. Canister fueling along the way. Hear a whistle. See someone slow down. Pretend nothing's going wrong. It's because it makes me backtrack twice. There we go. This game is so hard for me to turn valves in. I'm so bad in this game. Something about the valves in this game. Wait, is there actually something coming? Guess all I can do is hide here. I kinda wanna see the monster though. Almost drilled all the way. Such a chore. Fucking pigs are starting to fly before I fucking get this running. Fast getaway. Dear sweet lord of all that is good and holy, I must make my escape. I grasp the container and its putrid elements and flee the place for the creature that nearly man returns. I don't know what that is. We'll head for the church. Surely an abomination could not fall into hollow ground. I have my severe doubts about that. I think we're fine though. Let's take my drink. Gotta be delicate, it's supposedly corrosive, so that's okay. Put this into the truck, it'll move it an inch, because apparently we have the worst fuel in the world. I can't see where I'm supposed to be putting this. There. No, actually, it's here. Now, how do I move you? Probably not pushing. You think being the driver's seat, but... Oh, here it is. It's a wind-up truck? That was all the fuel. That's fucking terrible. Well, we found our way into the old St. Dunstan's Church, so might as well enter, right? What else are we gonna do?
Quaintly enjoy the church grounds.
This way, Papa. Come and see. Will it hatch? Can we take it home?
Yes, my darlings. Of course we can take it home.
Those burying pigs. Along with... Is that the monster from the first Amnesia? Well, what do I know? More church places. Giggle, giggle, snort, snort. It's kind of a strange decision to make people walk through the graveyard to enter the church. Bit questionable. And there's the symbol from the first Amnesia game as well. In fact, it's a complete copy of the text there. Not text, but you know, the diagram. Let's go on down. Yeah, what an odd entrance to the church, honestly. Horse pig cries. Livestock and Bibles. Lily dancing on the table, her eye aflame, this love burnt into his heart scarred from the heat of the love, of his love dancing. Well, okay. Let's see what this says. Inside St. Dunstan's. We sat here. I remember we sat in our black and we mourned and we prayed and we bowed our heads. How I hated God then, how I spurned him. If this is our Lord, this pig who robs me of my wife, more pagan analogies of course, then I refute his embrace. I will carve a new God for us all. Such madness, such a fool I was. If such blasphemous ravings had remained within me, I would be doomed. But even here I feel the machine throb or throb beneath my flags, and I know my path awaits me. Straight on to the church. Well, that door's open, but first I want to look around. This door's open also. This however goes upstairs. I guess I'll look. Okay, I want to explore the bottom floor before I move up, though. All the tools you expect to find in a church. Another area upstairs. I'm sticking to this floor first. See what this is, even if it's just a single room, which it is. I obviously see the note, but first I want to look around a bit more. There's going to be no notes inside these, though, because the notes on top of the table this time. It's like most of the notes are centered around tables like these. Well, let's read. November 23rd, 1899. Twin candles bent to the will of the central saint, casting a light to the corners of the chapel. Father Jeremith, I thought, could be trusted with this secret, but he is like all the others. So the old priest has gone to holding pens with his flock. He says he will enter into our world with them, if shepherd indeed. A shepherd indeed, okay. So twin candles bent to the will of the central saint. So two candles go to the corners of the chapel. It's probably a clue to a puzzle or something. We'll get to that when we get to that. It's the use of a double door if you can't fit through one of them. Alright. Let's go upstairs now. Oh, there's another emblem thing. Back here. A lot of holy candles. That's part of the fun. We'll get to that. Teddy bear. back here. Screaming, of course. Here's a note. Father Jeremiah's journal, October 1st, 1899. They flock to us now, where once I had to walk amongst them to bring salvation to their lives, now drawn by warmth in winter, by the food that man distributes, my church is full and my charges are saved. He walks amongst them, and they almost worship him. He will not allow them to work in his factories, claiming that his workforce are specifically trained for the new machinery he uses, and that it would be irresponsible, nay, unethical to risk such precious lives as he sees here. A changed man since Mexico, it is to be praised that in the face of such appalling tragedy and from the confines of his sickbed, as he is often chained to, he conducts one of the greatest and most benevolent charities of all of London. Not content with the rise to become the dominant food produce business in the land, he distributes his goodwill, his fares to the poor, and they congregate about his kingdom in gratitude. So basically the church thought very highly of me. So was that actually glowing? I think it was actually glowing since it's mentioned twin candles. I think it's part of a puzzle. That's what I think. I'll throw in the church aisle for now. I'll come back to you. Still got more to explore. Probably not much more to explore, though. Just kind of see what's over here.
Your faith shackles your vision, Professor. It is an iron coffin that keeps you from grasping the future. We require a new deity, one of steam and the wheel, of magnetism and progress. The old god is nothing more than a lamed hog, spitting back offal at mankind.
They're really playing that pig theme up, aren't they? Oink, oink. Let's go over this way, and my presumption, I'm not sure if this candle was actually glowing, but for some reason it really caught my eye, and I saw it was glowing blue, not to mention the twin candle puzzle makes me think it's probably important. For now, I'll put it here. Almost looks like little designs there as well. Put them out once we put them on. I can just light all these candles for some reason. I haven't been able to do that with, to my knowledge, any candles so far. I think, well, there it is. There it fucking is. Well, before I won't put that in yet. I just want to see if I can open this door. Coal factory. I'll get to that if I need to use it. How about the other side? Just straight up locked. And anything on either side here? No? Okay. Well, it's now obvious where this candle goes. Book, church, other setup, and I just realized that was pigs hanging from the cross. Ah ha 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 ha. Those are indeed things. Guess this now works? Yeah. Infernal machinery. The engine's fires, the flames are stoked. I hear steam in the walls, vibrations upon the very air. My heart falters at the prospect of throwing the lever and exposing the workings of this dark contraption, but my Children beckon me on, and I cannot fail them. Because, of course, we had something in the church, too. Ooh. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. A hellish portal. It appears I have no choice. Thus I descend, and may God have mercy upon my soul. If this is my pendulum, and I am be cast as Matthews, then I will wear the mantle for the sake of my boys, and face whatever horrors lie beneath the altar. Well, deep in we go then. Into the depths beneath the church, following the depths I go. Suddenly, from the locker. Yep, I've been sealed in. Not surprised. But hey, we knew we were going down. So yeah, I bet our boys aren't even really down here. I bet they're dead, or we never even had boys or something like that. Or maybe I'm not a real person. Maybe I'm a machine! I haven't seen my face. For all I know, I have a pig head. Silence did not startle or upset the acquisitions.
Listen, Papa. Hold the egg to your ear. You can hear the sea.
Yeah. Still following the path I go. Now my light's beginning to go out. There's also a note here. These final thoughts. What exhumation is this? What rotten fruit? What beast switching of parts? I doubt I will ever be found, yet I leave you this, scrawled in the malodorous half-light, whilst my tormentor shuffles below, my fellow prisoners keen and squeal in the gloom, and where I sat for the knocking about my cage that signifies it is finally my turn to make the dark journey into the interior. Huh. Yeah. They really like the silent loud noises, don't they? And now chanting. Silence, do not startle or upset the acquisitions. The acquisitions. Humans in cages, don't you know? Alright, we'll move forward. Of course. We'll go a bit deeper. Is that one of the monsters? It looks like a cyborg pig. If that's the case. Around here. Oh, this can be opened. For what purpose? Could we jump inside? Not really. So it's a little bit odd, but okay. Because just because this game is so finicky, the way you can actually interact with it not. Let's explore about. Crouch between these areas, which might mean we have our first section that we're actually supposed to be hiding. I'll learn the qualms of the beast as I go forth. I guess they are literally giant pigs to see if that was actually a monster or not. There's definitely something that was giant pig-like that ran by. And now nothing but dark ambience, droning sounds. It's not bad down here. It's kind of nice. You get past the fact that it's a corrupted church who are holding human prisoners. I need to figure out how the monsters work in this game. Oh, there it is, actually. I'm dead. Let's see what it looks like. Wow! It is a pigman machine thing. Curiosity subdued. So we needed to see it once, admit it. It has hair like a man, but it's a pig. Cool. I don't know where I am. Oh, I'm inside a cage. So the light flickers whenever the pigs are nearby. Or the quote-unquote wretched machines. So yeah. I guess we could hide in these cages. Or maybe it's what we're supposed to do. The only problem is it's so hard to see in the dark in this game. Amnesia, the Dark Descent, and Penumbra, you get sort of a night light type thing when it's dark. And this one, you cannot see worth crap without your light on, which I guess makes sense because in those you have limited lighting, and this one you don't. But you don't want to turn on your light when obviously a pig is around. I guess I sneak out. I mean, it's still there, but... I kind of know where I am, or maybe I don't. I really can't see worth shit. Okay, I know where I am. It is where I thought I was. If we hear the pig cometh, we know to hide. Since the pig might be scripted to appear over here, I could hide in this back area. Can I hide in the cage? No. Where we're at, really, honestly. But I couldn't even make my way back here without my light on. Well, it is what it is. Yes, I know to sneak like this. I see the blackness appear. I can turn around and hide like that. Well, there's an idea at the very least. They got arms and stuff around here. No cages to slide and hide in, though. We'll continue, though. The wretched pig machines. I was thinking there might be a note there, but didn't seem like it after a second look. Guess we'll sneak over this way. There is a place to hide here. I'll keep that in mind. Since the pigs are big, I'm assuming they can't do certain things. They can't fit in certain spaces, basically. And so to the stoking. The fog will not lift. The ship is becalmed. Everyone lies in their half-light, waiting to be drowned in the dry air. He is the paperweight that will last them. Yeah, looks like that. We continue into the crypt. A little bit brighter here. Let's go up. Hey, little steam. Yeah, this opens up just fine. Push this out of the way. Oh, it's the factory that we were in earlier. Well, maybe we can make a difference now. It's not exactly the same. This is actually different. Just kind of looked like it at first glance because it's a lot of the same texture. Also, I see that pig mask amongst the other pigs. Or amongst the pigs, because really the pig mask is not really a pig, I suppose. It's out fuel. That's right, it's already empty or whatever. Thanks for watching the video. I'd very much appreciate if you take a moment to consider donating to my Patreon, which I am using to try and make this more of a livelihood, not just for missed game videos, but little games I make in my own time, and to bring different types of videos to the channel. You can find the link for my Patreon in the description below, or in the video, obviously. If you'd be interested in seeing me recording gameplay videos and doing other things live, I stream quite regularly and record almost all my gameplay over at a site called Hitbox TV on my channel. You can also see that in the video currently. Hope you enjoyed the video, and adieu.